Side, courtesy of our Fantasy Springs Resort Casino cam on the east side of our valley. Traffic starting to pick up. Coachella Fest kicking off today at about 11 o'clock out there. The gates open up. And that's like the sporting world Olympics out there for music fans. I mean, yes. All those stages, all those bands. And of course, Julie now joining us with some crazy sporting news. You had that amazing round of golf to talk about in your first segment from a young, I would almost call him an unknown compared to some of the guys he plays with.
Right.
Now you're talking about a team that's well known, that just won, and they can't even get in the playoffs.
Right.
What happened to the Kings?
It's tough. Well, I think fatigue, Dan, and we know hockey's a very tough sport, and we know that the Kings of hockey will soon become the Kings of golf, because that's where you're going to find the defending Stanley Cup champions on the golf course. Well, last year's Stanley Cup run left the Kings fans the happiest fans in all of hockey as the team hoisted their second cup in 3 years. This year, the Kings won't be in the Stanley Cup chase as they are missing the playoffs for the first time since 2009. Last night in Calgary, the Kings lost to the Flames. 3-1 was the final. And gosh, the Kings came out flat, and the Flames scored 2 goals in the first period. And this was a must-win game for the Kings if they wanted to stay in the playoff chase. Then we saw some fire from the defending champs, and it looked like, gosh, maybe we'd get a playoff push after all. But none of their shots were strong enough. They just ran out of gas. And look, the past 3 years were groundbreaking for the franchise. After winning their first ever Stanley Cup in 2012 as the underdog, they then advanced to the Western Conference Final in 2013 before falling to the Chicago Blackhawks, then made another historic Stanley Cup run just last year. And in all, no team has played more games than the Kings over the past 4 seasons. Now, you just saw the Flames celebrating. Well, that's because they actually made the playoffs with that victory over the Kings. Either way, you've got to tip your hat to a very exciting season for the Kings. And now, with the Kings out, perhaps you can look to your other local SoCal team, the Anaheim Ducks. They're the best team in all of hockey, so maybe the Kings don't win another Stanley Cup, but maybe we keep it in the Golden State. Either way, great season for the Kings, but it did come to an end last night. And it's early in the baseball season, but the Angels have a mammoth game tonight. It's their home opener at the Big A, and they're facing the team that swept them out of the playoffs last year, the Kansas City Royals. The Angels were the best team in baseball, but were overwhelmed by the Royals, who went on to the World Series. Here you have the Royals beating the White Sox yesterday. 4-1 was the final. You can expect some high tension in Anaheim tonight. And that's sports, brought to you by Legal Docs by me.
Hey, me and Baxter here, we're just having a little breakfast.
Yes, and Dan is training my puppy to bark, and that's why I'm trying to get him off that habit.
I didn't train him to bark.
You are playing with him and training him to bark.
Well, we just play and we have fun.
Well, we have
48 minutes past the hour. We just have fun. Mommy, go over there. I got puppy dog over here. We're fine. Coming up after the break, we're going to have more on those devastating tornadoes. Look at the magnitude and size of this thing.